Hello, welcome to another episode of the Retro Seller. This episode is basically going to be more for fun than anything, or for serious collectors. It's going to be short videos simply because the subject matter is not that in depth. We're going to be looking at the Tandy Cosmic 1000 Fire Away handheld game. Can't say system or video game because it is neither. It's basically a Space Invaders type game using little LED lights. I purchased this back in 1982, so wow, like 39 years ago. I got it at Radio Shack. I believe it originally sold for around $60 when it was first released. Some of you may or may not remember Radio Shacks. They're still out there somewhere. Maybe a few hundred stores, but they used to be in every mall across America or strip mall. It was an electronics store. That was my Best Buy when I was a kid. Loved going in there. Sold all kinds of electronics, TVs, radios, obviously, games like this, radio controlled cars, all kinds of electrical components to build your own devices. It was this potpourri of wonder to me as when I was a kid. I remember I got my first computer there, which was a TRS-80 32K. That was the memory on this thing. The website thumbnail has more memory than that old computer had. But anyway, we're going to be focusing on this. They also made other games. This is a Tandy Championship Football. I know Mattel made handhelds similar to this. Again, it's like just little teeny LED lights that you just kind of ran around. Wasn't really anything spectacular, but at the time it was. And I have a basketball one, in other words, baseball, other varieties. However, the Cosmic 1000, this isn't even the first. There was 6, I believe, in a series. There was the original Faraway, I think came out in 1981. Then came this one. There was a Cosmic Faraway 2000, a 3000. There was an LCD one. There was also a Cosmic Faraway wristwatch. I believe it was licensed from a company called Gakken as well as Bandai, which are familiar to you gamers. They're still a popular developer. But those were the Japanese versions. You can still get these on eBay for various prices. I think I've seen some for $30 up to 70 some dollars. So they're out there, but I don't know how rare they are, especially a functioning one. These are pretty durable considering it's 39 years old and it still works. It's in pretty decent shape. Runs on 4 AA batteries. Boy, did I while away the hours on this thing. It's extremely repetitive. It's just back and forth, shooting 2 ships and a saucer that went up top for bonus points. You avoided getting shot. There was no levels per se. You're just trying to get the highest score. There was no goal. There's no end to it. You can play until you either died or you grew tired of it or your thumbs bled. My personal goal that I always tried to beat was to roll over the score. It obviously only went up so high and then went back to 0. And that could take forever to do it because you basically were moving at a snail's pace. But I spent hours on it, my precursor to the Game Boy. But why don't we just take a look at it? It's only going to take a couple minutes. But yeah, let's look at the Cosmic 1000 Faraway. Right. So here you have it. The Tandy Cosmic 1000 Faraway. We're going to take a look around it. Nothing too complicated. You can see it's not in too bad shape considering the age. Sticker's still viewable in the back. It's not too scratched up or stained or anything. Basically has the instructions in the back, which can be summed up to move back and forth, shoot, don't get killed. But they have the uh, point system, I guess you could call it, set up there. Batteries in the back here, like I said. 4 AA's. Made in Taiwan. Does Taiwan even make things anymore? But you have, here's your screen. If you call it a screen. Has your UFO zone where the spaceship goes back and forth. Your invader zone where your 2 alien spaceships are going back and forth, shooting at you. The ground where you're located, your missile station is, that goes back and forth. You have your joystick, which is basically just left and right. Your single fire button. Can't really criticize it on today's standards, but it's a button. Clicky. That's about it. You have 3 levels on here, which is basically the game goes 3 different speeds. I guess to increase the difficulty, but it doesn't really increase it all that much. And your on and off button also says reset. Well, you turn it off and on, of course it's going to reset. Yeah, that's it. That is your tour of the game. So why don't we turn it on and look at it for a couple minutes so you can see what it's all about. That's it. You're just moving back and forth, shooting, and then you get another one. And that's it. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's very basic. And you can see your point system is basically you get more points depending on what level on the screen you're killing them. And that's it. It's very easy. I could play this for hours without dying. Doesn't take much skill, but I would play this, like I said, for hours. It's just rinse and repeat. Same thing over and over again. And this was state of the art at the time. Look at me kicking butt, huh? Needless to say, you won't see this on a emulator anywhere, I don't believe. And the other versions of this are basically the same thing, same technology. And with somewhat different displays, but it's basically the same idea. So imagine Space Invaders with only 2 ships at a time. That's all this is. What wonderful technology. But that's it. That is the Tandy Cosmic 1000 Fireaway. Probably our quickest review ever. If you want it, get it. If not, you're not missing out on much. Well, there you have it. Our extremely in-depth review of the Tandy Cosmic 1000 Fireaway game. But why just take my word for it? I'm an old timer. Why don't we see what a kid thinks of this awesome technology?
This is stupid.